there's no innovation there. It is just, to me, lazy and greedy. So the industry needs to step up. Any sign that that's happening?
I see your point, yes. I think lack of innovation, high pricing have been some big pushback, against the companies we cover, like the likes of LVMH, Kering, Richemont, etc. So, of course, we have seen as well, with the macro becoming more challenging for the consumer base, them becoming more and more selective, notably in China. So now they're buying less, but buying better. And, of course, focusing on just a few brands who I think fit their criteria of, innovation, I guess being quite trendy. Like, let's say, Miu Miu, for instance, is quite a popular brand right now, still in China. But, yes, the company have to do a bit more. And I think we are seeing now maybe a few changes happening, across the space. Of course, change of designer, is a big thing, I guess the first way to start if you want to change your business. Of course, Gucci is an example. We saw Dior with the menswear designer leaving Kim Jones a few weeks ago. I think as well some change of the CEO level, like for instance at Burberry, which happened as well a few months ago. So I feel like the sector is now aware of all these issues and is trying to start, to have some solutions. But of course, it takes time, and you can't see like overnight some big impact on your numbers.
The market has been trying to find some safe harbors in luxury. And Richemont, I think, was really interesting because it was never really the standout performer, but its numbers suggested that it was having some success in selling its jewellery and timepieces. Yes. So that was a standout. I think makeup's been another area where in recent years you've seen support, but that's come unstuck a little bit with L'Oreal today. What do you make of the safe harbour now, areas that you still like in the luxury business?
Yeah, it's interesting. I really feel like, when you look at the past few months, so last year, 24, the companies who have been really outperforming are the one which has, I think, maybe more exposed to the higher end consumer base. So, of course, jewelry has, I think, a higher pricing point to start with versus handbags. So, yeah, the likes of Richemont, who has brands like Cartier and Van Cleef & Arpels, have been quite strong over the past few quarters. And I think even more so in the last quarter, so Q4, where they saw a growth, in their core division, jewelry of plus 14%, being up plus 4% the quarter before. So like, a strong improvement on a quarter-over-quarter basis. So I think, yeah, these names also like Hermes, who is of course also at the higher end of the pyramid, have also been quite strong, and we expect them to also be up double digits in the fourth quarter, which they report next week. So I think it's definitely, yeah.
Sorry, Carole, great board on the screen. We'll keep on that if we can. Second, Roger, just looking at the Hermes LVMH spread, which is just, great trading pair for many people in the market as well. Has it moved too far out of kilter? As much as Hermes is a quality, amazing company, is the LVMH price just looking compelling compared with Hermes?
Well, we also are overweight on LVMH, and I feel like now we have been, of course, seeing a really defensive space in the sector last year because there was a really tough macro environment. Yeah. But we could be seeing a rebound, at least a small rebound in the sector in 25, which of course could make names like LVMH also get better because it's a sector proxy. So if the sector gets better, LVMH also gets better in my view. So I feel like, yes, maybe these kind of names like LVMH could see maybe a bigger upside versus the Hermes, who have been very strong already in the year ahead.